Hey, what's up my friends? Scott Zlatev here, and if you've ever wanted to know how to recruit that next total badass marketer into your company, if you've ever been into that situation where you're looking and you see all these other people who are really successful, and then you see all these other people underneath them in their business who are really successful, you're thinking, man, I want to get at least one of those people. How can you do that? And I'm actually going to share with you how it is that you can do that. You know, I remember when I first got in this industry, going on, about 10 years ago, I didn't even know the industry existed, first off. And, when I first got involved, when I first got in and I joined, it was an offline deal and I was completely brand new. I didn't know anybody, and I approached my friends and family and all that stuff. A lot of them laughed at me. Most of them actually laughed at me. Some of them got involved pretty much just to get me out of their hair because I bugged them all the time. And, I did everything that you could possibly imagine to make any type of money at all in this industry, and it's not anything compared to now where I sit back and just make commissions on autopilot. And my term of work is do a little bit of work and refresh my screen and watch commissions come in my inbox. But back then, it was a little bit different scenario. And what I always was doing is I was always chasing and wondering, how can I get myself one of those people? Because we've always heard that same old story, just one person can make you $1 million, just one person. So I was always looking for that one person. And, back when I first started, so that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that one person. I was looking in shopping malls. I was looking in bookstores. I actually went to a gym, and the side effect was I actually got in shape and got a really good physique because I went to a gym, became a member. Prospecting all the time. Trying to find that one person. Well, lo and behold, I struggled for basically 9 years in this industry, and I did everything from cold calling to buying leads to hassling friends and family to hosting home parties, hotel parties, trying to make things work and trying to find that one person. Well, then I decided to change things up because, I might be a slow learner, it took me 9 years to kind of get it. But, if anything, you can tell my dedication to something. And what ended up happening was I came online, okay? And I still remember it to this day. I was sitting there and I was doing research to find out how I can market online and find that one person online, right? So, because everybody's connected on the internet. You just go to Facebook and you can, type in, Scott Zlatev and you can find me there. Everybody knows everybody pretty much through Facebook, through social media, through all these different things. So I thought, what if I could build this business online? Wouldn't that be cool? So I started researching on how to create a system because we had a pretty killer product with our company that I was with at the time. And I ended up running into my first online mentor, David Wood. And it was really fascinating because I started getting really engrossed in his teachings and really in the personal development realm. And I started implementing what it was that he was teaching. And some of the things that I started teaching that to other people. And so I was a student of David Wood, and then all of a sudden, I had tons of students under me because I was just basically, I had a different intention. My intention was to no longer look for that guru person, no longer look for that person that was going to make me $1 million. My intention was now just to be a person who inspires and motivates and leads other people, right? My intention and my purpose was basically to give value to other people, and that in turn created a realm of a leadership that I had students that were learning from me and directly connected to me. And they could have bypassed me and went straight to David Wood, but something about me they responded to, and something about my trainings and my way of speaking to them directly, and my way of training they related to. And so what ended up happening was I started to grow as a person. I started to develop as an entrepreneur. I started being able to speak differently. I started being able to cut videos like this in front of a camera, which I was never comfortable with before. Okay, I started doing things that were completely out of the norm, and then pretty soon, before you know it, I could sponsor 35 people in a week. So I became that one person in my business to make tons of money. Okay, I became the person who was capable of doing that stuff. And then what happened from there was, because I became that person myself, I started to attract those other people. Okay, I started to attract the other people in my business, in my life, who support how I viewed everything, who supported my intention, who were in support of my vision, where we could actually see the same endpoint, even though we come from several different backgrounds, several different creeds and age ranges and everything. We all have one common purpose, and to uplift and inspire other people. So I became the person that other people would want to be recruited by, and that's how you end up being able to recruit some of these rock star badass ones. Is you got to become one yourself. So wherever you're at, wherever you're seeing this right now, one of the best ways that you can do this, where you can start, is to change your inputs. Okay, change what your influences are, because we can only pay attention to so many different influences in our life. We got influences from family, friends, we have influences from the radio, we have influences from the TV. First off, I say cut off all the crap that you could possibly cut off that doesn't support where you're going. Okay, that's the bottom line, because we can only because we can only focus on so many things in our life. Okay, we can't, and the more focused effort and energy that you put toward your goals and toward what you want, the more likely it is that you're going to end up there. It's without a doubt that you're going to end up there, because your whole focus and your intention, the way the mind works, is you block out everything else that you're not focused on. So focus on your end goal, focus on what you intend to have happen and accomplish, see it in your mind and go for it, and don't stop until you get it. That's it, period. Once you start on that path, you start listening to audios, stuff like we have in our company, depending on if you're in or not. We have what's called the inner circle. We have audios that we listen to on a regular basis. Okay, those audios have completely transformed my whole life over the course of the past year. Okay, I've been in this industry for a decade, more than a decade actually, and the audios that I specifically listen to have completely transformed my way of thinking, my view of the world, my position in the world, and how I view myself as a person and as a leader amongst everybody else. Okay, so the best thing that you can do for yourself is get in now into an audio development type of course that can teach you in the background, like when you're walking, when you're jogging, when you're lifting weights, something that is something that plays in the background that feeds your subconscious mind. Okay, that feeds your subconscious mind. Once you have that, then you will just start to notice that all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, you start thinking differently. You start almost like it's magically attracted to you. Things and circumstances just come to you from out of nowhere. I remember several times where this has happened to me. When I was actually at the gym the other day. I was sitting there, and this guy. I was waiting for some weights for one of the benches to open up. One of the benches finally opened up, and there was a guy that was going there at the same time, and he was like, "Oh, well, why don't we work out, together? We can just switch." And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." So we got to talking, and he was overly friendly, and turns out, he was in an offline deal. And I actually kind of chuckled because I remember I was that type of person, right? I was that person that was searching and looking and tracing and chasing people. And now I don't do any of that stuff. Well, long story short, I just kind of humored him, and I just kind of talked with him a little bit and chuckled, and he asked, what do I do? And I said, well, I just kind of play on the internet. You know, he's like, what, you gamble? I'm like, no, I don't gamble. I just, you know, play on the internet, and I get commissions that come into my inbox all the time. And he's like, what? How does that work? And I said, well, you know what? If you're ever in here again and I see you, I'll tell you more about it. And I walked away. See, now before, I never would have done that. You know, I would have been like, you know, just trying to get them. Well, you know, I don't have to do that now, right? And you don't have to do that. Okay, there's ways that you can get around that, ways that you can stop the insanity, basically, and start attracting more in your life, start attracting more. And one of the reasons why that person approached me is because I had some sort of presence around me that magnetically attracts people to me. Okay, now I didn't get that. Now, could I be successful in the offline world now? Maybe. But I have a lot of fun on the internet, right? Because of the person that I have come to be, I have become that person. And you can become that person right now. Okay? So go ahead wherever you are, get started, take action, and start changing your life. Stop looking for the person that you want to, you know, recruit, and start being the person that you want to recruit. And you'll start having success show up in your life. All right, my friends, concentrate and focus on other people. Concentrate and focus on yourself. The more you develop yourself as a person who others would want to even listen to, the more you will have influence and weight in the marketplace, the more you'll have influence to be able to inspire and motivate and cultivate leadership out of other people, the better that your life will be, the more of a blessing you'll be in this world, and the more you can change lives, which in turn makes it so that everybody is happy, successful, and makes a lot of money. So, this is Scott Zlatev. Catch you next video. Bye-bye.